Hello and welcome to Legend, and this will be part 7. In the previous part, we returned to Trihathlon and did some banner encounters on the way. And one of them unintentionally. My intent was actually to get wiped and reload the save game, but because of course you can't access the save menu when you are in banner encounters. But of course, we turned out to win that fight. I checked the power level of that banner, and so it's actually only the third toughest, so again, the third weakest banner type. So I wonder what the skull, which is the toughest one, will turn out to be. But I don't think we're going to toy with those anytime soon. Regardless, we are back in Fagranc, as I was saying in the previous part, and on the way up, we came across a banner encounter we could flatten, and we did. It cost us most of our luck, but I mean, it's one of those things. We could technically go in to the restoration chamber. This in the first level of Fagranc, and just murder our individuals. Getting them resurrected with a bit more luck, that might actually not be such a bad idea. Anyway, we need to enter the city. We are at the entrance to level 1, of course. It should be fairly obvious. And this is where we need to go. But the resurrection chamber is right there. So we may as well just head down and then go in and restore our luck the hard way. That sounds like a plan. Even though this technically is backtracking, I'm going to keep it in because I don't want to skip more than I absolutely have to. We're going to do not just the bold ones. Yeah, let's just my favorite tune, to be honest. Anyway, let's head out this way. And then down this way. I wouldn't mind not getting any random encounters, but we'll see. By the way, I picked up another battle horn on the way for the troubadour because without such items he is not going to gain much experience. He gives her berserk, but of course he hasn't got the strength of the berserker, so she's still going to do half the damage of the berserker, but attacking 10 times per minute instead of 1 time per other month is a bit of an improvement, you could argue. The troubadour has been plinking damage, there's no doubt about it. Something that I have noted playing this time around, first and foremost, I've made sure to be not tempting fate by saying what I'm going to say now, but I have tried to be significantly more organized. That's one thing, but I lost my train of thought. I regained my train of thought, by the way. You fight, you hide in shadows and fight, you go over there. Come on, go over there. I have not got any combat spells at the moment. Can we do this or not? There's quite a few of them. You should probably go berserk, and you should probably use the battle horn. And you should probably try to paralyze that individual right in front of you. Now you can smack him about. Beat him! Beat him! The concept of item use. From playing other games, you get these super cool spiffy items, but you don't really want to use them because in case you need them later on. And when it comes to this particular title, that is not what you want to do. You definitely want to make use of the items that the game gives you. The manual's making a lot of effort out. It's mentioning it twice, I think. The importance of using items, because I mean they're giving you the items so you can use them, and that's one area where I have improved my gameplay significantly more. Still, she can all be resurrected. And have you got any damaging spells you can cast? No. We'll have to make some up. Apparently, you don't need anything too powerful for killing our own characters. I know it sounds a bit rude to say it that way. The basic missile damage and the basic missile heal will always be beneficial. So let's make a few of those. What about 10, something like that, and see if we can kill her. Let's stand still for a second. I'm just going to fix you up. Do not have him stand in front. Sometimes this game. You died. You're back up again, and you're getting healed. Next. It's just a concept. Stand still here for a second. I'm just going to kill you. Maybe I'm a simpleton. I'm a simpleton. I take great pride in being a simpleton. Sue me. Don't sue me. I can't afford it. Still, of course, I mean, heal yourself up. Thank you. And now it's time to do the fancy one. Probably can't hit. Oops. You could argue that this is a bit cheesy, and maybe, but it works. That's the important part. We could do the same thing. Let's see, how much luck has he got? He's got 2. Yeah, you may as well get a bit more luck. Boom. Boom. It was a lucky touch. And his luck ran out. So, that was a vivid display of how luck works. In most other role-playing games, luck is just you have a minute chance to gain something or not lose your head and things like that. But in this game, luck is a very, very active stat. So, we are there. You should probably get some music going. Until we get regen at a reliable rate, which means as of June, I will likely be falling back on March of the Bold Ones. It's also the tune I like the most. Not too keen on some of the other tunes, rather dull, to say the least. But we should now be in the exit chamber. That door over there, that requires the diamond key we picked up in the puzzle room. You are the one with the diamond key. Go over there. Equip. Open, please. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case. We see if we can just do this, because he definitely needs to get some experience. More than I was hoping for. He needs to pick up some experience as well. You see, that running around willy-nilly is what makes spellcasting dangerous. Still wish the assassin would be coded in such a way that aim to get behind targets instead of just flanking them. But it is what it is. Complaining about it's not going to change it, sadly. Get you out of the way if I can. This can be fun, can also be incredibly annoying. To see them run around like headless chickens. A bag of gold, cool. Anything in this? Nothing here. What about here? Nothing there. Boring. A moon potion, that's an invisibility potion. That's something I should probably make use of for him. Come on. A golden potion. Cool. We're definitely going to save here before we go down to level 2, because as I was implying in the overview video, the increase in difficulty from one dungeon level to another can be quite extensive. And just because you're walking through the monsters more or less currently, doesn't mean we'll do that in the next level. But before we do anything spiffy, we should probably make some spells, actually, because that was the whole point. Getting these dragon teeth so we could do some spells. Missile heal should be fine. We could use some more hedgehog venom. You know what? Let's mix a few more of those. 15-ish, something like that. Sounds about right. I want to keep the basic damage just in case rune activation things we will likely need the basic version. But let's get a bit of a heavy hitter here. Spell number 3. We want missile. And then we want Dragon Tooth and Dispel. And then we want a thingamajig. Well, you are there. Damage. We want a damage. What? And we want another. You can overkill. Come on, please. Maybe. Thank you. But that should be more than enough for most. Because of course, we use for every single time we make the spell, we will need to use 1 ring, 3 brimstone, and 1 dragon tooth. So, it is very, very easy to mix up some spells and then suddenly realize that you make 10 of them and then you got no ingredients left. But this is going to be his punching power. We'll probably need a handful of those. A very large handful of those. So, a humongous handful of those. That's going to be his main hitter for a while. We'll probably make up more than that, but we'll see. I'll just have to remember it's key number 3. Should probably mix that teleport now we got it available. Yeah, let's do that. Just remember what's doing that. Okie dokie. Missile always makes it easier to aim. And I know at the moment it's slightly a bit boring to see these spells. Because they are quite simple. But once we get some more runes and some more reagents, we can do some funky stuff. Let's make 5 of those. The problem is, of course, because the game contains the puzzle rooms that it contains, and some of them require very, very specific spells, you always want to make sure to have a few slots available so you don't have to discard your investment you've done into making spells. So keeping a few slots open is usually a good idea, but it is what it is. I'm going to be saving the game, as I was saying, but at least we got some punching power for our wizard, Wiki Rune Master, I think it's called. Oh yeah, by the way, as I expected, we barely got into this level and we are past the 12,000 experience. It's just unavoidable. You trying to line up the experience perfectly is not very easy. But I also just noticed he's got 1,111 gold. So let's see what the level 2 brings of nastiness. As you can see, casters can do a lot of damage. And remember, we have one caster and they have 7 million of them, which is always good fun. I'm going to put it out there before we get too far into this particular level. Whoever designed the dungeon or this particular level had a very, very bad day, I think. I'm editing out backtracking, and you will likely find to our venture through Fagranc level 2, there's going to be quite a few editing cuts because there's an awful lot of backtracking. I have a map right in front of me, as I was saying in the previous episode. I have actually made sure to have mapped the areas I had covered. So this is not going to be completely blind. Hopefully it will do something. Is that just a blood splatter on an eye, or is it an item? That's the thing though, if we were to reload this game and open these things, we'll likely get some more loot. But we're not going to do that because that's cheesy. Notice, by the way, you can see that, I don't know, depending on the device you're watching on, there's a small golden blob thing next to the side of the door, and the side of the door here. These 2 doors are locked. So we have one way we can go, and as I was indicating, yeah. The map this level is incredibly convoluted. You know what, you may as well see if I can get some experience with you. Of course, because it's a dispel and damage, you just hit for 1,000 damage. Not bad, not bad. If any of our characters gets in the way, we're going to kill them. Just plain simple. No 2 ways about it. Anyway, you probably wanted some action in this episode. That is the downside to using, may as well get that. You got that, you may as well get that. Yeah. That is the downside to using Dispel Magic on spells, is that if your own characters run away, well, you kill them. Because you dispel their protection. Seems to be giving me quite a few hero scores this time around. Not that I mind, of course. I would be sad to do that. You may as well use until you are running out. Splat, by the way. Because he's got one spare battle horn, I may as well just use it in epic combat. Nothing there. What a surprise. I can use F keys for these things, but I like clicking things. You know what? I've never understood, right? Why do monsters and things like that have treasure chests just standing around and then they're empty? It's just, let's lure some adventures and with some loot we haven't got. Can you go through here? Thank you very much. This is sincerely kind of you. No, I need to know where I am. Both of these doors are locked to make things fun. I said this is going to be a convoluted map, and that is definitely the case. Button shadows fired, do that, or get you out of the way. Come on. See, when the characters are glowing, that means they got teleported. And because of course the enemy casters are, you know what, if you actually went behind them, you do so much more damage. It's stupid how much more damage you do. The enemy casters, they're trying to buff their own friends, of course, because I mean, a buff mechanic is meant to be used. But because of the friendly fire thing, they can also buff us. So it's a double-edged sword. The friendly fire, of course, means that you risk killing your own characters with negative spells, but it also means that the enemies can buff you. A lot of games with friendly fire will have damaging spells hurting your own characters, but you can't necessarily heal the enemies. That's not a bad find. That's a serpent ring, but that's a healing ring. That's not a bad find at all, to be honest. Who would be most likely to need that? You, I would assume. Something that dawned on me some time ago, by the way. I'm very slow in the uptake, by the way. The game Blood Witch takes place in Tracia. Is that a coincidence? Because I mean, I'm very sure Blood Witch was released by Mindscape in the US, but it was released by ImageWorks in the EU. Maybe I'm overthinking. It's actually set in the same world, because I mean, you do have I don't know. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Completely off the rails comment, I suppose. Let's get into the next room, so we at least have some content in this video, shall we? Actually, before we... Nah, never mind. Too late. Items here is fine. You may as well go berserk, I think. And you may as well try to get out of the way. Our caster is currently paralyzed. Not good at all. This is rather unfortunate. Come on, help him out. Don't cast anything right now. Do not be engaged in melee, you dimwit. Come on, run over here. Now we can... you're being chased by that. That was close. Come on, that should flatten you. Thank you very much. Supplement? Oh. Good thing I found it, wasn't it? They're kind enough to drop money, these guys. See what I mean? One simple fight, and we can go rather south rather quickly, because of course, as I have been mentioning about 17 times, but I will happily mention it one more time, because it cannot be understated. This spell overrides every other spell. So, of course, if you get in to a new room and there's a cast in there to do those massive AoE cast things and swamp the room with spell paralyze, and you can have a full party just standing there getting beaten into a pulp. And yeah, that's why I save on a regular basis, because it can happen and it will happen. Next up, let's go this way. Double doors. Double doors. Let's go in here. Do not, you go berserk, there's no reason not to. He's going to get his experience. I want to be organized. Once we start getting around, he will be milking experience. Trust me. Because then you can start doing things like surround damage, missile, dispel damage, things like that, and take out a full room. Putting extra dispels on combination spells can be incredibly dangerous, because of course you can protect your characters with anti-mage, or likely call it anti-magic, because it makes more sense to me. If not, that's a revive, isn't it? Not a bad score to get. But of course, if the initial effect of a spell doesn't have the spell on it, then your characters are safe. But if you start putting the spells on further components of the spells, then you can suddenly unintentionally hit your characters, which is always good fun. Anyway, let's keep moving on. I talk too much. That's what I do. It's my shtick. You want. So, next picture. I was about to say, next slide. You just do that. Try and just let you fight. Maybe let you go berserk, because suddenly it became a bit crowded. I see. I was rather lucky it wasn't one of my friends running in front. Yes, there are more enemies, but there was also more experience. So, no complaints. I'm very, very careful of how I place these spells, because I will kill one of my own characters if I hit them. To be honest, despite the fact that I'm not the greatest fan of the friendly fire thing, you know what? It adds something to the game. I'm not sure what it adds, but it adds something. Maybe not something nice, but it adds something to the game. It seems like it's expecting us to croak. That's a good sign, isn't it? Okie dokie, let's double check. I'm pretty sure that's revive. Or what's it called? Thing. Yeah, well, it is a revive thing. By the way, now we got a third battle horn, so you may as well just spam doing that. Let's get one more room into this part, shall we? Let's try and get an action-packed room into this part. I will save now, because I have a feeling that this could be a dangerous room. Just a feeling, nothing else. If this game had a quick save option, I would be spamming it. Come on, hide and yours, and go miss something. It wasn't a particularly spooky room, I'd say. I'm not going to criticize the pathing, but if you look at how the pathing seems to work, is a character or an enemy will try to attack something. And then they are blocked in whatever way. Oh, gold key. You need that for one of the doors at the beginning, I'm fairly sure. And then they seek another path. And the path they seek can be quite interesting. And then they bump into something or can't find the way, and then they seek another path. And that's why we have this Benny Hill show running around willy-nilly. But I'm going to end this part here, actually. Let's do this. Okay. And when we come back, we're going to do a bit more exploration. There will be one more room left to do in this general area, and then we will have to do some editing cuts, because we will be sent all over the map. That will be for next time, so as for now, thanks for watching, take care, see you then, bye bye.